So you put the disco years as 74 to 1980. What was this? Why 1970? What was the song 1974 that brought it on? And in 1980, what was the song that killed it? That was the end. That was the
Right. So you have a few different phases of disco, like I was trying to say, but the original phase is this kind of Barry White, Hughes Corporation, Don't Rock the Boat, um, uh, Van McCoy, The Hustle. That's the kind of 1973, 1974 version. Then there's the disco explosion, which is what this book is a lot about, which is it just starts with Saturday Night Fever, which just becomes the biggest movie like in the world. The amazing thing about that movie is that it's a completely made up story. The guy who wrote the story for New York Magazine and never stepped foot in a discotheque. He just made up the whole thing. That's what they based the screen on. That's what they based the screenplay on.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
So it's pretty amazing. But so and I had a lot of like friends, like cousins and stuff who lived in that kind of Bay Ridge, Canarsie area, which is, which was where the discotheque in Studio 54 was, the discotheque in Saturday Night Fever was. And so it was not like unfamiliar territory. And that's where like you would get the guys with the disco hair who'd be fighting all the time and, and fighting for the girl's honor. So you fight, it's like this thing where you want to get a girl's attention, you get in a fight over her, right? It's like those kind of people,
So you're
which again
different.
was not really the kind of person I was in New Jersey, right? So I was not. I always felt like I was floating between all these different worlds, and then so there's the explosion of disco in 77, which is really 78 because that movie is like December 77. And disco becomes the biggest thing in the world. And then it kind of, at the end, it's the disco sucks thing, which is, the disco sucks, the record burning at Comiskey Park, and which, is just, it's basically like book burning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
Yeah.
it was just like this
It's
unbelievable thing. So that's your 1980, and 1980 also is where you get into. That's where it becomes punk and new wave.
Yeah.
Right. So those are the things that kind of take over at that point.
and country.
So it's just a constant search, but I think that's a pretty good answer for your 7-year period.